The highly anticipated prequel of The Hobbit, The Rings of Power, is here. The story takes place thousands of years before the movie The Hobbit. At this time, elves lived in the remote and beautiful Valinor. There is no death, only happiness and immortality. Until the day Morgoth destroyed the light of the Tree of Valinor. The tree's demise also plunged Valinor into endless darkness. The elves assembled their army and vowed to destroy Morgoth. The army left Valinor and went to Middle-earth to find Morgoth. They thought they could kill Morgoth in just a few years, but they underestimated Morgoth's power and the darkness of Middle-earth. The war was fought for hundreds of years before Morgoth was defeated. At this time, the battlefield was full of corpses of different races. However, Morgoth's death did not bring peace. His servant, sorcerer Sauron, inherited the rights of Morgoth. All the orcs are at his command. Elves' prince vowed to seek Sauron and destroy him. But Sauron found him first and marked his flesh with a symbol. Galadriel vowed to avenge his brother. She organized a team and embarked on a journey to find Sauron. She followed the trail left by Sauron until she came to the end of the world. After searching for hundreds of years, Sauron's castle was finally found here. It was hidden under the darkness and could only be seen by the flash of lightning. The castle was full of evil, and even the torches lost their temperature. As they continued deeper into the castle, a figure stared at them from behind. Galadriel and her team came to the arsenal but saw an orc embedded in the wall by sorcery. Galadriel noticed that the snowflakes melted as soon as they hit the slate. She poured water on the slate. Sauron's symbol slowly appeared with the ice cover. When the others were searching another room, they came across a snow troll. It took out the others with ease, but Galadriel was battle-hardened and wiped out the troll in a few slashes. The other members followed her for hundreds of years without finding Sauron, and finally found Sauron's castle with nothing there. So they decided to give up their search and return to their hometown. Lindon is a vital city among the elves. Commander Elrond is writing a book about something. The maid brought him the good news. Galadriel had returned to Lindon and was waiting for him outside. She came back this time to gather a new group of soldiers and continue the journey to find Sauron. But the High King of the Elves told them the war is over and the peace is all over. So she would not waste their people and money on the illusory danger. Still, he rewarded the expedition and rewarded them with returning to Valinor, the elves' hometown. There is no pain and death, only happiness and longevity. But Galadriel is not happy at all. She wants to continue to find Sauron to avenge her brother. In the evening, fireworks were set off all over Lindon to celebrate their return, but Galadriel came to pay tribute to his brother's gravestone. Elrond knew what she was thinking, so he came to persuade her to return to Valinor, and promised that he would stay in Lindon and continue to track down Sauron. This made Galadriel reluctantly at ease. The next day, Galadriel boarded a ship bound for Valinor. They crossed the sundering seas, and the holy light of Valinor could be seen from afar. Before entering Valinor, you must remove your armor, and you cannot let war and pain contaminate this holy place. A group of white phoenixes flew from the front, indicating they had reached the entrance of Valinor. As the clouds cleared, Valinor's gates opened. The sight attracted everyone in front of them, but Galadriel stepped back. The obsession with taking revenge for her brother became stronger and stronger. At the last moment, she picked up the dagger from the ground and jumped into the sea. She floated on the sea, watching Valinor's door closed with no regret in her eyes. A leaf fell slowly. High King picked it up and found the entire vein of the leaf had been infected with evil. Two men with antlers on their backs were walking on the mountain, and a pile of straw slowly stood up behind them. It turned out that Harfoot used straw as decoration to hide. After the two men left, he blew a faint whistle, and the other tribesmen emerged from their hiding places. They hid in the trees, in the turf, and when it was declared safe, all the tribesmen began their day. They weave tents, open stoves, and bring out food. The patriarch opens the prophecy book, passed down from forefathers. In the book, a man with antlers followed by two wolves realizes that these two men herald disaster will come. The adults in Harfoot are busy with their day, and the kids stumble upon an abandoned yard. It's a children's paradise. There was a mulberry tree in front of them, and the ripe mulberries grew densely on each branch. Children couldn't wait to put the mulberries into their mouths, and the sweetness came to their hearts immediately. They not only eat for themselves but also feed others. Their mouth and hands are full of mulberry juice. Then a child saw something strange in the bushes. Nori went to check and found the footprints of a wolf. At same time, a wolf appeared on the hill behind him. He quickly called the children out of here. When they had just left, A wolf full of fangs appeared from behind. After they got home, Nori sneaked up to the patriarch. The patriarch looked at the stars in the sky and said the disaster was coming. That night, a meteor streaked over his head. He found the falling meteor and took a closer look. The place where it fell was burning with a blazing fire. A person was lying in the middle. And in the Southlands, the land of man is also weird. Bronwyn is a doctor. One day, a farmer came to visit her. He consulted her with his cattle. The whole cow is skinny, but its belly is enormous. Just a passing elf saw this scene. He was the guard sent by the elves to patrol in the Southlands. He tried to milk the cow, but what came out was a thick black liquid. Elf asked the farmer where the cow had been grazing lately. When the farmer uttered the name Hordern, he was immediately alert. Elf and Bronwyn decide to go to Hordern to investigate. At this point, Bronwyn's son ran to a nearby warehouse while his mother was out. A broken sword was found here, with Sauron's symbol engraved. Bronwyn and Elf walked until night to reach the village of Hordern. They found here had been destroyed. There was a huge crack on the ground. From a distance, there is a ruin with only flames. They saw a huge hole in the ground in one room. Elf knew it was a tunnel dug by some terrifying creature. So Bronwyn hurried back to inform the village residents to be more careful. He went into the pothole to investigate.